the one and only, the infamous Raphael Sadiq. Detroit girl, listen to me. I'm from Oakland, California, lady. They say that our city's alike, but it's you that I like, and I spend the night in your town, lady. Detroit girl, you told me your name, and I've never been the same. No, I have. I love the way you carry yourself. You kinda ghetto, but yet sexy. That's just the way it works for me, yeah. I need your consent. Oh, yeah. I like what you do to me. Yeah. I wanna set you up. Come let me make you I say. Detroit, Detroit girl, I'm loving your taste and that chain around your waist. You know I do. I love the way you turn it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett. As I do every week, I always tell you about how you can find my books if you want to purchase them. They can be found on my website at www.dtlproduct.net or on Amazon by typing in my name, the name Dre, D-R-E-L-E-T-T. And again, thank you so much for coming and joining me again in another edition of Let's Talk. We got a fun, full-packed show for you this evening. And I just want to start off by saying we got the upcoming guests that are coming on. We have comedian Doug Williams. He is from Montgomery, Alabama, but he lives in Los Angeles, California, and he is a full-blown comedian. He's done work with Jamie Foxx. He's done work with Shaq. He's done work with Martin Lawrence, and he's just been on a whole host of TV shows and movies. And so he'll be joining us in a few minutes. And then my next guest is a healthy health expert. Her name is Shawne Whiteland. She is a Juice Plus franchise owner, and she's going to come in and tell us about healthy eating and healthy living. So stay tuned for that. So let's run right into hot topics. Oh my goodness, what a week we've had, right? With all this COVID-19 stuff, it's just been ridiculous. But first off, I want to tell you about, thank you, Walmart. I know you're probably not listening. I don't know, maybe you are, but thank you, Walmart. I'm so grateful for what you guys did. You guys made it a requirement to wear a mask in your store. That's huge. Thank you so much. For shoppers like myself, I'm always concerned and worried about somebody sneezing on the plums or sneezing on the bananas or bumping into me. So now this way, I still got a little bit of peace of mind now that everybody's masked up. And let me tell you about my story. So I walk into the Walmart just to get some beverages to walk in and walk right back out. And I see the store manager standing under a tent. Now, mind you, the other door down by the pharmacy was locked, and they had a sign on the door that said, come in through the grocery or through the market. So I go down there, and it's the store manager with a tent over him, and it's a roped off line. And as everyone is walking in, he's looking at them going, yep, you wait, no, not you, got to have a mask, and so forth. So he gets to me, and I say, thank you. And he's looking at me like, who is this crazy woman thanking me? And so, of course he can't see my smile, but I'm just like, thank you. And so he said, well, ma'am, I appreciate that because not everybody is happy about this requirement. I said, well, I am. It is such a relief to grocery shop without, the fear of walking past somebody and they're talking to their husband or they're talking on the cell phone all loud and breath coming out and people coughing and sneezing. So anyways, he just said, thank you. And I said, thank you. And when I walked into the grocery store, when I actually got inside, it was like you could hear the sound of, like some horns playing. Because as I looked around, I'm seeing everyone masked up, right? I'm so happy. They're walking around. It's peaceful. I just want to skip down the aisle like, yes, like Dorothy in the Wiz, right? I just want to run down the aisle screaming and yelling, yes, Finally. But anyway, that was my experience at Walmart, and big ups to them. And I'm sure there's some other grocery stores that joined the bandwagon with the mask rule. And, you know, the bottom line is you got to wear them. You got to wear them. I think once we get the cases down, we can go back to life somewhat normal. It's going to be a little different, but at least we won't have that many people sick and having problems and things of that nature. So thank you, Walmart, so very much for, you know, pushing forth that requirement to come in your store. On the next hot topic, oh my goodness, this guy I have so much respect for, but now I'm kind of scratching my head wondering what in the world? Okay, what do you guys think about Mike Tyson? Oh my goodness, he just booked his first comeback fight with Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson is 54 years old, 54 years old, and he's going to get in the ring with Roy Jones Jr., and they're going to have some sort of exhibition type fight. And they say the money's going to go to charity, and that's all well and good. But my thing of it is don't fight at 54. Somebody can get hurt, let alone Roy. Protect your ear. We hope Mike don't get mad and bite a chunk out of your ear, right? Look at Evander Holyfield. I mean, I hope he got his ear fixed, but could you imagine trying to put a mask over your ear and part of his like, oh my God. So let's hope and pray that it's a nice, healthy, fun fight and no one's killing each other. And hopefully he won't get mad and take a chunk out of Roy's ear. Let's hope for that, right? And the next hot topic, oh my goodness, this one is controversial. Now, I know some of you guys might feel one way, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel. This is about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, right? Okay, so she meets this guy. He's a prince, right? He is an actual prince. She meets him, they hit it off, they get married, everything looks all great. They have this wonderful wedding, and then she has the baby. And when she has the baby, all stuff breaks loose, right? So now supposedly, rumor has it, she's got problems with her in-laws, and her brother's wife is all kind of problems. So they decided to leave, right? We're not going to be prince and princess. What? Oh my goodness. If I married a prince and I'm a princess, I'm not giving it up. I don't know about you, but I'm not giving it up. I'm just not. I'm going to stay right there in England. And when they get on my nerves, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to go to Bahamas for about 6 months. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to get my pedicures, manicures. I'm going to live like a true queen. Let them say whatever they want about me, but I'm a prince. So I guess what they decided to do was they left, right? And they moved to Los Angeles. And now they're suing the paparazzi. Apparently the paparazzi climbed over the fence and actually took some pictures of the baby. So they're mad. They want to sue. I get it. Your privacy is everything. I get it. I love my privacy as well. But had they stayed in England in the palace, they wouldn't have this problem. So I don't know about you guys. I definitely would have stayed over in England as a princess. And like I said, if they got on my nerves, I would have flew the coop and went somewhere and just laid up and had a good time and just whatever, blew them off because you're a princess, right? You are a princess, a Black princess at that. So that's how I feel. What do you guys think about what's going on about Florida? Oh my goodness. I love Florida. You know, vacation there all the time with my family. And I just love that place. And I just cannot believe that it is now becoming an epicenter of the COVID-19. My heart goes out to everybody that lives there and all that they're dealing with and running out of hospital beds. And I just cannot believe that all this is going on. And I'm just praying for them. I really, truly am. Let's take a look at some of the comments and see what some of my viewers are saying here. Okay, my husband, Mr. Gandy, says he's a prince. Yes, baby, you are a prince. I'm saying if I wasn't married to you. Okay, and Fernanda, she said she refused. Carl refused to put a mask on as he entered Walmart. Oh my goodness. You know what? This Karen and Carl, I'm about sick of these people. Just go with it so we can all get over it and be healthy. Stop causing havoc and problems and just do what you're supposed to do. Yes, Mr. Gant, mask, please. Put your mask on. How hard is that? I mean, the bottom line is this, is you're protecting others and others are protecting you and we can just get through it. Hey, Carla, love you. That's my girl. She's always supporting me. I appreciate all your love and support, Carla. And I want to hear some more from you guys before our guest, Doug, comes on and see what your thoughts are. about some of this other stuff that's going on in the media. What do you guys think about Mike Tyson at 54? Would y'all get in the ring at 54? No, I'm not. And what do you think about if he gets mad? Is he gonna bite Roy's nose, ear? What's that? Mike, don't get mad. I love you. I'm one of your biggest fans, but I'm just saying, at 54, nah, how about you write a book or make a movie, collect some checks, do something like that. But I definitely wouldn't get in the ring. So let me take a look and see what my viewers are saying here. Yes, absolutely. Masks are important. They are huge. You gotta wear them. You can't get away with that. You know, I hope that Florida gets their situation under, you know, wraps and get it taken care of, because I do want to go back there. You know, one of my favorite places to go is Clearwater Beach. That is the place, right? So if you guys haven't been, when all this is over, you got to go there. It's awesome. So I think it's about time for our host to come on. As I mentioned earlier, he is a comedian. His name is Mr. Doug Williams. He is out of Montgomery, Alabama. He was born and raised there. He now lives in Los Angeles, California. He did a show with Martin Lawrence for the First Amendment tour on Stars. He's also did the Shack Roast with Jamie Foxx. He's been on a whole host of shows and so forth. So with that, I'm going to bring in my guest, Mr. Doug Williams, the comedian. Here we go. Make sure he's coming on here. There he is. Hey, Doug, how are you? I think it's gonna be a delay here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. We're not on yet, are we?
Yeah, we live.
Oh my goodness! I thought you were coming on to tell me. All right, we. Oh, you know, I gotta change the name. My wife's name is on this doggone thing. Hold on a second. I gotta put.
No, they can't see that. They only see you.
Oh, okay.
You. Yeah,
right.
I love that view. Oh, you got it going on the sun, and you're out on the West Coast, and it's dark.
That is California love right here.
Yeah, I know that's right. Comics rock. I know that's right. Oh,
yeah, you know, a little
something
trying to represent, you know, the comedians and other the purple too. You know
Oh,
how we do. Put this on this way though. Yes, I see you representing. I see the.
You know, but we ain't gonna say what, but you know what.
Right, I said that's what I'm saying. You know what we doing. You know, we
that's right.
put
My
the message
divine
up there.
nine brother. That's right. That's right.
That's right. Well, let's go. I mean, I thought that, you know, I was under the impression that what was going to happen is, you know, I was going to come in and you were going to be doing some things and I was going to wait for a little while and then you were going to bring me in. Man, it's a good thing I wasn't doing nothing I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Oh,
You know
like the toilet, right? No, I'm an amateur. I'm trying to get to your level one day. I'm trying to get there.
Oh, no, this ain't, no. You already on there. You on. That's all it takes to get on. Just start.
This is a one-woman show, so I'm trying, sir.
You know, I always tell people, you don't, there's an old saying that I live by. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. You already do it. Look, I'm in my backyard. Back here. All right. So if y'all see me clapping, I ain't got the Holy Ghost. That means I'm trying to.
You getting Holy Ghost. So tell me, what's life like as a comic during COVID-19? My goodness.
Well, you know, life as a comic during COVID-19, it's career-wise, it's over. You know, there are no shows. You know, it's crazy because for the first time in my life, and I've been doing comedy for 30-something odd years, for the first time in my life, in that 30-year span, I've gone 3 or 4 months without doing comedy. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that comedy is therapeutic for us. That's why we do it for free for so many years, because, you know, all the things I can't say to my wife, I can say on stage. You know what I'm saying? All the things that I can say that I want to say about you, that I wouldn't say in your face, I can say on stage.
Okay.
So for the first time, I've been grounded. I don't have a platform to get out there and really say what's going on or talk about what's going on in my relationship. And on top of that, you know, it's twofold, because one, the pandemic has shut down my career. Two, it almost caused me to get a divorce because I have never been around my wife and my kids this amount of time. You understand? They have a routine that they do when I'm out of town, this and that, and I have completely, by being home, disrupted that routine. So I'm in everybody's way. You know, I'm the bad guy. You know, I'm letting the kids do what they were trained not to do when I'm not here. So, you know.
It's crazy. Oh my God. I can imagine. I mean, since the pandemic, I've been home and there's a time or two I want to just choke my husband out, right? But I just pray. I say, Lord. So I'm sure you had those moments too, right?
Yeah, well, we it's funny because we were doing Bible studies. We've been doing, my wife and I've been taking Bible studies, and
Okay.
the problem with women, with you guys, is that you are too smart for your own good sometimes.
Oh
I
Lord.
always tell people a woman can find a loophole in anything because I got my wife, we're in the Bible, and this is God's book. I'm trying to show her. Look at the women in the Bible. Look how submissive they were. Look how they obeyed their husbands.
Oh
They
Lord.
listened to them. This is I always tell you, this is me talking. This is God. Now, if you got
You're
a
right.
problem, you
You're
know who to
right.
talk to. Don't come
You're
to.
right.
But women are so smart. My wife will find a loophole in anything. She was like, "Yeah, I see that. You're right." But turn back over here. Look how all the men in the Bible had land, cattle, sheep. Look how
Oh,
all the men worked. The women stayed at home. So I end up saying, put the Bible. Hand me the Quran. Let me see. We got a whole new book.
let's switch it up. I know that's right. I was watching some of your footage, and you did this one stand-up where you talked about, you said if women were like a contract that you had to renew, that they would go forth and they would cook and they would go the extra mile instead of you coming through the door and you like, hey, no, I'm not cooking for you. Where if they knew
Yeah, I
they
was
were
saying.
doing,
I was saying that your marriage license should be like your driver's
yes,
license. And what I was saying is that which is really true. It's too easy to get married and too hard to get divorced, and that's
Mhm.
why we're in the predicament. Because 50% of all marriages in divorce. Think about it. If you were going to start a business and you only had a 50% chance of surviving, you'd be like, I don't know if I want to do this. You want to get the odds up to 70,
Right.
80. But what I was saying is that it needs to be the other way around. It needs to be hard to get married and easy to get divorced because we don't throw away things that we work hard for. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I think you should have to go to school together. You should have to maintain a certain GPA to marry a person because that way, when things get bad, you better look, hey, we spent 4 years over at that school. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't even have a high school diploma, but that plaque right there,
Yeah.
oh, you better sit down somewhere because we
That's right.
life with you every day, studying in class, you better sit down somewhere. So if we if we had to work it, we would value it more. So, I do a lot of jokes that are jokes, but when you really peel back and look inside of them, it's a lot of truth to them. So that's what I was saying in that particular joke.
Absolutely. And it goes both ways because, and I love my husband dearly. But the other day I said to him, I said, honey, I said, a lot of wives are giving their husband honey-do list, stuff you could do when you got some downtime. He was like, So it goes both ways. We don't feel like cooking. Y'all might not feel like,
And
twerking.
I always say with women, see the problem, my problem with women in general, is that you guys set such a high benchmark for us. You have so many things. When a man gets involved with a woman, he has a checklist. And he has to hit that checklist every day. You got to go down that checklist and make sure. And I think it's to the point where men are just like, look, pick 3 things and let us concentrate on them 3 things.
That's
I'm
it.
not off this whole checklist. Understand what I'm saying? You can't give me the checklist. Pick the 3 things that are important to you, and I'll work on those. That's what we need to get. The bar is high. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. It's like juggling. You start out with 2 balls, but every feet y'all throw another ball in there. Throw another ball. Next thing you know, we're juggling with a hand, feet. We got too much things going on, and men are not good at multitasking. Y'all got to realize that we can only do a couple of things at one time.
That's so true. And then when you can't handle it, you get flustered and go, oh.
Yeah. Once we get frustrated, and you know what? We're so desperate a lot of times to win an argument with you guys, we just throw everything in there. You know what I'm saying? You keep doing this, you got the key, you left the key, you done this, and then this. So we're good.
It's like, forget it then. Yeah. And then women, what we do is we don't say nothing. What's wrong with you? Nothing. That means something.
I always say, when your woman goes quiet, the day your woman goes quiet, you better start trying to get it together, because that's always the exit, the thing before women exit. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm good. Don't even worry about it. I'm good. When you see your woman start doing it, when they stop caring, you better jump in there.
I know that's funny. You are so right. So tell me here's a controversial question, but I got to ask, right? So when everything is all back good and everybody's healthy, are you going to get back on a cruise ship?
You know, a lot of people are saying that, and believe it or not, I'm to the point. You know, things got so bad around here with my wife, and all praises due to God. We're at a smooth patch now. We worked through the rough.
That's
We
us
got
too.
everything.
Yep.
You know, yeah. It took us a while to get adapted to this and to get, you know, everybody to figure their place in the house, what bothers everybody or whatever. But it got so bad for a while. I was like, look, let me go down here and volunteer at the hospital with these COVID patients. I'm gonna have a better chance down there with a mask on than I'm gonna have in this house with my wife or whatever. You understand? So, but to answer your question, you know, I don't know. How they're gonna come back, what capacity they're gonna come back in. But I do want to go back. I mean, I really enjoy working on the cruise ships. It's a blessing. You know, you're amongst people who are on vacation. They're happy. They come to the comedy shows in a good mood. They want to laugh. They buy your merchandise. And you know, you got to keep it real as a Black comedian. Any Black comedian that has made it to a certain level has earned that right. Because you know, when you perform, as much as I love my people, but you have to make Black people laugh. Black people come in a comedy club like, hey, he better be funny. I tell you that. Rent is due. I had, you know, they just denied my unemployment or whatever. He better be funny. He better be funny. I bet you that. You know, white people come into a comedy club like, hey, let's get that. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. We're here to have a good time. And even if you're not doing that well, white people's attitude is like, oh my goodness, he's trying. This guy, you gotta admire that. Black people, nah, you gonna get off stage and do something else. That's what you do. Get them off stage. So,
but you know, and that is so true. I think to go back on a cruise ship would be fine. This is what I suggest they do, right? Get them foggers, fog it down, and then turn all the heat up to like 98 degrees, get it real, real hot, and then by then it'll be gone. We can all go back cruising again,
well,
right?
you know what? You know, it's a lot of other things that goes on cruise ships that'll probably get really advised. You know, I put out a video, and if people go to my fan page, Doug Williams fan page on Facebook, Doug Williams fan page, or if they go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is Doug Williams . You have to spell the word .net. Okay. I did a do's and don't on cruise ship to tell people what to do, because a lot of things people do on cruise ships. Like one of the things I said, if you're gonna smoke weed in your cabin, please don't blow it in the vents, because people go in their cabin, smoke, and blow it in the vent, thinking it's going outside. They don't realize a cruise ship is like an airplane. It's ventilated. So you got all these people at the buffet, and you're like, why is this line so long? Because they got the munchies, because somebody on the boat smoking marijuana and blowing it through the vents. You understand what I'm saying? I tell my sister, my beautiful sister, don't wear a weave on the cruise, because you're going to be in salt water. You know what I'm saying? Now you walk around, or have you a weave technician. Make sure that you teach somebody how to maintain the weave before you get on the cruise ship. So if anything goes wrong, baby girl got your back. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I got a whole video, the do's and don'ts on cruise ships.
You got me crying over here. A weave technician. I know that.
And you know, this is real mad when you talk about the hair, but what I'm saying, this is the time that you can let yourself be free. Take it out, sit it on the dresser at home, and when you get back, it'll be there for you. Because one thing we've learned, and one thing I've seen, weave and salt water does not mix. I'm just saying, all y'all watching me out there, don't get mad at the messenger. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just delivering the message. I'm just the messenger.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, I'm definitely coming on a cruise to watch you, because you got me crying over here. Makeup running and everything. You are hilarious. Oh my gosh. You. Oh my gosh. So I had another quick question for you. When it's all over, where do you see yourself being? Do you see yourself going back out on the road full-fledged, or, you know, now that you've got some quality?
You know what? It's crazy, because if I was single, you know, I'd be raring to go. But the thing about this is that, and what a lot of people don't take into consideration, is that it's not whether or not you can withstand it, it's who you're bringing it back to. Your wife, your kids. Yeah. So everything that I do has to be, I have to sit down with my wife, and we have to take into consideration, how is it going to affect the household? But now, because we even looking at that, as much as we want the kids to go back to school, and believe me, I have a shirt that says pay the teachers. Because I thought I was going to kill my son. Teachers need to be paid what they pay doctors, lawyers, or whatever, because you don't realize how bad your kids are until you have to keep them at home. He got to have some water. He got to do this. I damn near killed my son, my own flesh and blood. So The first thing I'm gonna do is a teacher appreciation show. I'm gonna go raise money. A teacher can't call me now and tell me they don't have supplies. You know, they used to call, we need supplies or whatever. Somebody else step up and do it. No, I'm an advocate for the teachers now. Whatever you need, I'm gonna get it to you to make sure he stays at school. And now that they're not opening schools, we got another pandemic about to jump off at my house trying to deal with my kids.
I know here in Georgia, they were marching or protesting, 300 parents protesting, take these kids back to class.
I'm telling you, man, we out there, we look at it like this, you know what I'm saying? We can either deal with the pandemic at home or deal with the one out there. You know, they said kids can handle the virus. They're like, they can? Put your stuff on, you going to school.
Go.
You know what I did with my wife? I said, look, we're going to get in the best shape of our lives so we'll be able to withstand it because they're going to school. So we out running, doing push-ups. We at boot camp, so we can cut this virus off if we get it because somebody got to go to school.
That's right. Doug, you got me dying. I'm over here sweating and crying.
I just want to say congratulations to you because who was it that I talked to, your brother or your uncle? That's your brother. You know, he's an advocate of yours. He called me up saying, you got to do this show. You know, he talked about you, sister girl, and this and that. And then you called me. And people don't know how much work you put into this show. Let me tell you something. She put work. You would think that this is the NBC nightly news. You got to do a rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? In order to do this show, you got to block out 2 days. So if she called you, don't think that it's for the day that she called you on. Because when she called you, like, yeah, I can do Friday. No, you got to block Thursday and Friday out to do this. So our rehearsal gonna have to work. You have to see. I'm all yesterday with my son. I'm saying, don't worry about it. We gonna do it. Don't worry. I'm about to have a car accident. I'm gonna put this. Now, what do you think? I'm like, hey, we doing an interview now. I got you. I'm like, walk on and live in color. I got you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You want to talk about preparation? She prepares for this. She prepares so much. I'm saying, how much I'm getting paid? You know, she asked you something to get you something paid. This a paying show? Is this show SAG-AFTRA? Is this show a part of the union?
You're so funny. Oh my God. Yeah, I take it serious. But you know, I don't have nothing else to do, right? I'm at home.
I know. We can tell you ain't got nothing else. You will see she ain't got nothing else to do if she booked you for this show. You be like, you know, they're going to have to do something. She needs something in her life. But this is too much for her show.
Well, I'm glad you said it because my brother, he like my manager. He over here booking all these people. He like, I got such and such. I'm like, okay.
You better tell your brother, tell him what it entails. Say, look, now, this is a 2-day event.
2 days.
Thursday and Friday. We're going to need you to drop whatever you're doing on Thursday and Friday, okay? In fact, on them 2 days, concentrate on this show.
Right. And I was nervous. I was like, what am I going to say to him? He's a real entertainer. Like, oh my God.
That's what I keep saying. She made me feel like I was Kevin Hart talking about, look, we got you on the show. We got you. So you're going to feel good. Now, you're going to feel important. But you're going to have to work this out important. You're going to have to be available. You're going to have to be available. You're going to get about 12 emails. You're going to get an email telling you. She's going to have to know what you're going to have on. She's going to go down there. And this is a Christian show, too. First thing she came with, in fact, I had got rejected for the show. Now, how you get rejected for a show that they ask you to do something? Now, you can't do it because you're going to be cursing. No person. I said, this is a sanctified show. And she's like, yeah, a lot of Christians watch this show. That's why I learned how to curse from all the Christians. Christians are doing all the cursing.
I know.
You gotta go through a pre-screening to do this show. It's almost like you gotta do a body cavity search to do this show. You got to know. She give you the words, not what to talk about, the subject. Now you can't talk. You be saying, yeah, I'm gonna talk about. No. You can't talk about that. I'm telling you, you got that come on with it to do this show. You got to be that.
Oh my goodness, you are so funny. Oh my gosh. So Doug, so can people book you for events and family reunions and all of that? Would you come in,
as soon as this virus is over with, okay. I'm gonna be back out there because see what it is you got a lot of comics that's doing stand-up comedy now with no audience. I don't know, God bless them. You see these comics, they just be standing up there with a microphone, be telling jokes and stuff. That's hard for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
it's awkward
The
to
audience.
be just there without a mic. 'Cause she had that was one of the pre-screening. Let's get back to her pre-screening. She was like, so you gonna come on and do 15. That's why I had to draw the line. I said, no, I'm not gonna be able to do no 15 minutes. I'm not gonna have no microphone and be standing up there with just you and telling no jokes like that. That's
No
not
audience.
no audience, no nothing, just pink and green. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So
Oh,
I
that's
love your background, by the way. I love your background.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully your wife does too, right?
Yeah, she does. So when she hasn't seen it yet, in fact, I'm talking too loud. Now you're gonna get in trouble. I told my wife I was gonna be in the room sleep.
Because she might, you know.
Yeah, just to keep having to do any work around the house. I told her, I said, look, I'm gonna check out early. So I go to bed. We way past my bedtime, to be honest with you. Because if she find out I'm up, I'm gonna have to empty the trash, wash the dishes. I'm gonna have to get the oldest one a bath. You know how they do. Give him a bath. My son, 13 years old, still don't know how to take a bath.
No. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. You are so funny. Oh my God.
You gonna have some? Didn't you say you gonna have some questions from some people? Gonna ask some
I
questions.
did. I asked you some questions. Let's see what the audience want to say and ask you.
How many people? I can't see who watching this. How many people watching? Where they at? I don't see nobody on here.
It was because he on Facebook. You gotta go on Facebook.
Okay, well, all right. I know you told me all that. You told me so many things. I forgot all.
Oh my God! Somebody said you can't say amen. They was cracking a joke about me and my requirements. So they got all these laughing emojis, so they think you are hilarious. So
yeah.
When
you come, now you got about 2 or 3 names. Which one you told me to call you? It was
Dre Lett.
Dre Lett. Okay, now you know black folks gonna put on a name for you. Get Dre Lett. You know, black people take their mama first name, the first part of their mama name, and the second part of their daddy name, and put it like your mama was probably named Drea and your father was probably named Lett, and they put that together and put this gonna be Dre Lett.
That's how I made it work. So funny. Oh my God, Doug. I am so glad you came on. You are welcome to come on anytime.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. You know, you're gonna have to book me early now because it's hard for me to block out 2 days. I'm telling you that. You better get me while this pandemic going.
I know, right? Because then you're going to be, whoo. But listen, tell everybody about your merchandise and how they can follow you if they want to book you once this is all clear.
It's over with. Does that mean it's over with?
Yeah.
I done blocked out 2 days and I ain't got but 15 minutes. Look at that. Now I done blocked out 2 days and she done gave me 15 minutes talking about it's over with.
You can come anytime. You are my way.
We rehearsed longer than this. All right. So look, you can go to my website, which is dougwilliams.net. That's my name. I thought it would be on the screen, but she said it ain't on the screen. So dougwilliams.net, and that'll connect you to all of my stuff. But I have, go to my, Facebook, Doug Williams fan page, Doug Williams fan page. And what I'm doing, I'm really trying to start this because it's so sad to see so many people, and especially us, Black and Hispanic people, dying over this virus, because this virus is catching us off guard. Look, we have got to get in shape now. I always tell people, you would never go into the ring to face an opponent, a deadly opponent, without some type of training. You wouldn't sit on the couch and eat cookies, drink sodas, and then expect to get out and fight your best fight. Get healthy, walk, do something. Listen, if you take the first step, God will take the next 2. Don't sit around. You do not have to die from this virus. Get healthy, put down the sodas, drink more water. Do every day, you should do something that requires you to walk, sit-ups. If you're watching TV, when doing the commercial breaks, do some squats, do something. Forget a vaccine, be the vaccine.
Exactly.
Get in the best shape of your life. Because I want to say this is the point I want to make. If you notice that these athletes are getting it and not even knowing they got it. You see these basketball players walking around, and obviously you don't have to get in the shape of a basketball player, but get in the best shape that you can. So when you do, because ultimately this is going to be like the flu. Everybody's going to get it.
Yep.
And if you don't hear anything else I said on this program, be in the best shape that you can be in. So when you get this virus, you give yourself a fighting chance to survive it.
Oh, yes. You said it. Awesome. Awesome. And that's a perfect segue into the next guest. She's going to come on and talk about healthy eating. And you're right, Doug. We got to take care of our bodies because who knows what's going to be in that vaccine, right? So, yeah.
Exactly. You're not talking about people not taking it. You ain't going to take the vaccine, but you're going to go get a milkshake from McDonald's. So that's what I'm talking about. You got to get yourself together. Look, thank you. I love what you're doing. You know, I'm always here. If somebody fall out or whatever, because we have to support our own. And I always tell people the journey to 1,000 miles begins with one step, baby. And I admire what you're doing. I love your brother. And when he told me about this and what you were trying to do, this is what we have to do in our community. We have to support each other because Oprah Winfrey had to start somewhere. These people have to start somewhere. You don't know where Dre Lett is going and what God is going to do with this program in her life or whatever. So support, support, support. And that's what I want to say, baby. Have a safe weekend, and don't hesitate to call me. I will do it anytime, as long as you got that pink and that pink and green up. You know, my wife is gonna be proud. My wife said, "You got to do the show." So
that's right. Thank you, Doug. Thank you so
good,
much.
baby girl.
Anytime.
God bless. Bye bye.
God bless. Okay, everybody, that was Doug Williams, comedian Doug Williams. He's awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I was crying, sweating, and everything. So I'm gonna try and pull it together for my next guest. My next guest, she is a Juice Plus franchise owner. Her name is Shawne Whiteland. She's gonna come and tell us how to eat healthy and how to live healthy. And with that, I'm gonna bring her on in. Okay. Hey, Shawne. You there? Can you hear me? Hey, lady, how are you?
Can you see and hear me?
I can see and hear you. Yes, ma'am, I can. I'm turning everything over to you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, look, he can send us home. I mean, hey, my segment is over and done with.
He was good. Oh my God.
He was good. He hit all the right points.
He did.
You know, really healthy living is a choice. It's a hard choice sometimes, but it's a choice. And it's a journey. And we have to just make a conscious effort to do what we already know we're supposed to do, which is eat right, sleep more, stress less, and then get some more exercise, moving, you know, getting yourself going. But I mean, he was right on.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you because I just want to hear everything you have to share with us about your journey and how you stay healthy and what do you recommend, and I'm just going to let you take over and I'm all ears.
All right. Well, I'm going to take it then. Take the wheel.
Okay.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right. So you hear me say JP Life all the time, or somebody on my Facebook page might see JP Life, and really it's just my journey towards a healthier lifestyle.
Okay.
And I've always been active, but I didn't always eat the right foods. But when my doctor told me I was pre-diabetic, I knew that I had to make a change, and trying to outrun my fort wasn't working anymore. And I literally tried most of the fad diets out there. The shakes in the can, you know, total liquid diet, soup diet, cabbage diet, sprinkling white powder on your food to dull your senses so that you won't want food, diet pills, you name it, counting point. But getting healthy was a challenge. And like I said before, I knew what I needed to do, but it just was not easy. And it's not easy for a lot of people. A lot of people are unhealthy. You know, you got a lot of people with heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. A lot of people have diabetes. Children are obese. And children are more harmed by a poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. That's Dr. David Katz at Yale.
Wow.
And we're exposed to a lot more of the environmental toxins, and our food supply is decreasing. The quality in our food supply is decreasing. More than half of what Americans eat is processed food, and 80% of what's in the supermarket now didn't even exist 100 years ago.
Wow.
And so we can exercise, sleep more, stress less, drink more water, use safer products, and eat real food. And fruits and vegetables are real food. And experts agree that most diseases are preventable with good nutrition.
Oh, yeah.
And looking at this apple, you can see you cut an apple in half, it automatically starts the aging process. Oxidative stress is what causes that aging and disease. But antioxidants in fruits and vegetables can protect the cells from oxidative stress. So literally, fruits and vegetables are good for you and they could save our lives.
Oh, yeah.
So people don't realize we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And athletes need even more than that. And people wonder, well, why do we need so many? I recently visited my parents and they were complaining, well, why do I have to eat all this? You know, I lived all this long time and I didn't have to eat all these fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but you know, you back in the day, you ate what was close by. You know, you all ate from the farm that was down the road from you, or you know, from the butcher had the slaughterhouse right nearby. Now, produce is being picked before it's ripened and transported thousands of miles away. Animals are getting hit with these steroids and just hormones so that they can produce more and more and more. And we're just not getting enough servings.
Wow.
So what we do is we try to take vitamins to make up what we're not getting. And nothing can substitute the phytonutrients that's in whole foods. You can see that a vitamin might have some isolated nutrients, but an apple has about 10,000 phytonutrients. So then when you combine that with the other fruits and vegetables that you're getting, you can see that you could get a whole lot more from the whole food itself.
Oh, wow.
So this is me, and this is why I began my Juice Plus journey. And basically, can't tell by my Southern drawl from the South. And I realized that my Southern diet wasn't getting it anymore. You know, fried foods, high-fat foods, vegetables cooked to death, washing everything down with sweet tea, and soda, not getting enough servings or varieties. I had like my 5 go-to vegetables, lima beans, greens, green beans, broccoli, cabbage. That was it. Nothing like what we really need every day. Okay. And eating out costs me money and pounds.
Yes, that's me.
If you go out, you know, that dollar menu has a lot of unhealthy choices on it. But the healthier choices tend to be a little bit more expensive. And the older that I get, I notice that exercise just doesn't have the same effect on my body that it used to. And my friend Sheila introduced me to Juice Plus, which was my way to supplement the plant-based nutrition that I wasn't getting in my diet. And I wanted a better quality of life for myself. And because it is a long-term commitment, that's why I say a JP life. It's not just a trend.
Okay.
And so I've always been active, like I said, but you know, you have to try to cross-train and switch up your routine. So here are some pictures of myself, like outside of the gym or at an African dance class, of course, roller skating.
Yes.
Picture I took from Lisa, and then doing some Tai Chi.
Wow. Okay.
And in addition to exercise and getting more sleep, I tried to add more plant-based foods into my diet. So I started with smoothies, because that's a good way to kind of blend extra fruits and vegetables up and kind of get more into my body. And then, of course, drinking more water. And I even started growing produce on my tower garden. That I named Fertile Myrtle.
I love that.
And that's Myrtle. And this is some of the produce that I harvested off of Myrtle not too long ago.
No chemicals.
It's an aeroponic growing system.
Oh, so there's no chemicals at all, right?
Huh?
There's no chemicals at all. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff I mean,
No, what I put on it is what's on it. Like you get the water in the reservoir and the minerals that you put in the reservoir. And then what happens is there's a pump that shoots the water up to the top, and then that mineral water trickles down over the root.
okay.
And there's no pesticides unless I physically spray pesticides on it, because it's on my deck or on my patio, or if I have grow lights in my house when I'm growing it. It only takes about a 3 by 3 square foot of space up in the house, and about the amount of electricity as a standard night light.
Awesome.
It's real energy efficient, cost efficient, and if you think about the potential and breaks in the supply chain, I mean, this is local. Can't get any more local than walking out on your deck and getting some salad.
Wow, that's awesome. Looks good. Mm.
All right, and so this is an example of what I used to eat, and sometimes I still do. I mean, I'll still eat pizza, but I might try to say, well, throw some spinach on there for me. Or instead of a regular hamburger, I might say, go to a turkey burger or go to a plant-based burger. They have some really good plant-based burgers that are pretty good. And then, if somebody has a birthday or some celebratory event, I don't feel guilty about indulging, because I know that's not something that I do every day. Michelle Obama said, moderation, not deprivation. But
Yeah.
I know that I have a way to bridge the gap between what I'm supposed to be eating and what I should be eating. So that's the important thing.
Wow.
And so that's it. I mean, I saw somebody said something about some red wine, and yes, I plan to open some and have a drink before I go to bed tonight. But again, moderation, not deprivation.
Yeah, so you can eat every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and really, they say that 1 glass of red wine is good for your heart. So I'll take my heart medication before I go to bed.
Yeah. The wine, I know. My husband and several of my friends, they like the smoothies. It's huge. So can you talk a little bit about the smoothies you mentioned earlier? Because he bought this big conglomerate blender. And so before I've been going to the store, getting the the fruits and veggies. And I talked about
Right.
the experience, people sneezing on the fruit. Now I'm like, oh, so the smoothies, is it easy? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, the smoothies is, you can use any protein powder that you like.
Okay.
But it's just a matter of adding the fruits and vegetables that you like to it.
Okay.
And so you might start out with a general recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you get more and more daring, you can throw different things in it. I went to a smoothie party not too long ago.
Okay.
And so the lady just shared some different smoothie recipes with the people at her party. And she was like, well, I'm going to put some avocado in this chocolate shake.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, avocado in a chocolate shake? I don't know if I want to taste that. But it was delicious. It was creamy.
Wow.
You couldn't tell that there was anything green in it.
Mm.
So the good thing about smoothies is that you can add as many fruits and vegetables that you like. Sometimes people add different seeds into it, quinoa, what else? Flax seeds, all kinds of things.
Oh,
Ginger
wow.
root. They add a whole lot of different things, ingredients into their smoothies. And it's just a way to get even more plant-based foods into your body. And, a lot of the JP Life is about making one simple change and adding one simple change and then one more simple change. And then by the time you've made a different simple change every month, after so many years, you're living a completely different lifestyle than you were before you started. And it only takes one simple change.
You know, and that's awesome because you're correct. Because as I notice, as we're getting older, you're right. You have to take better care of your body, exercise, and eating the right things. And it's okay to cheat every now and again. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does anybody have any questions for Shawne? Carla said that she loves cucumbers in hers. Shawne, Yoster says you are amazing.
Oh, thank her. And she is too. I saw her getting that jump rope challenge with me. Woo, jumping girls.
And you know, Mr. Husband said red wine. Can you speak more on that? He's so silly.
I saw that red wine. I like red wine.
I do too.
And
red wine.
I've recently, at first, I was a Pinot Noir red wine drinker, and now I'm crossing into the Malbec.
Oh, I got
wine. So, yeah.
Oh, goodness. So, Shawne, I mean, everything you shared is a wealth of information. My goodness. Can you tell everybody how they can follow you or get in touch with you if they want to get the smoothies or talk with you, get some advice from you?
Yes. My website is www.shawne.juiceplus.com.
Okay. And Shawne is spelled
SHAWNE.
All right. That's awesome. Definitely. Because I know Mark's going to be hitting you up for the smoothies. I can
Oh, I see in the chat, somebody said I'm not there yet. Avocado, no.
Oh, that's my cousin.
It's really good. And once I started masking it into my smoothies, then I got to the point where I could eat it outside of the smoothie.
Yes.
So it's like you feed your body and then it craves what you feed it.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a chance. Try
it. Definitely.
Yeah.
And Kojak said you helped his son with his cancer. That's awesome, Shawne. Oh, my God. That is awesome.
I mean, okay, I'll say this. We don't make any medical claims with Juice Plus.
Okay.
But when your body gets nutrition, your body knows what to do with it. And we know that the research shows that oxidative stress and inflammation are two of the beginning phases of all diseases. So if you can get fruits and vegetables in there and the proper nutrition, it can certainly help to reduce your chances of getting advanced oxidative stress and inflammation. It can help reduce.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that he saw some benefit from healthier lifestyle changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything we can do to strengthen our immune system. And if we do get it, we got a fighting chance, right? So.
Yeah. And just one more tip. Since a lot of people are working from home now, I know it's easy to get behind the computer and kind of be there planted, but just try to remember to set a timer for like every 15 to 30 minutes just to get up and walk around, even if it's just, get up, walk around your house and then come back. But don't sit the entire time because they say sitting is the new smoking, and we don't want that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Thanks for having me.
But thank you so much. Awesome. Awesome. You're welcome anytime. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you. Bye, everybody. Stay safe.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, as you saw, we had some really, really good guests on. The comedian had me crying and sweating. As y'all could tell, I was dying. He's hilarious. Shawne gave us some knowledge on how to eat healthy and stay healthy and do physical exercise. So that was awesome. And hopefully you guys got a lot of that as well. Hopefully you were able to write down their contact information when the show is over. I'll put it down in the comments below so that if you weren't able to write their contact information down, you can get a hold of them. So in closing, what I would like to do on a serious note, I just want to say rest in peace to our civil rights trailblazers. Congressman John Lewis and Reverend C.T. Vivian. They paved the way for us. They made sacrifices. They went to jail and got in good trouble. And they made all those changes so that we can live and be free. We have a lot of work, a lot more work to do, but they did quite a bit. And so I just want to say rest in peace to them and thank them. Also, I would like to say rest in peace to my Divine Nine sorority sisters and fraternity brothers who have fallen and passed away due to virus COVID-19, as well as to individuals in my skate family who have passed away as a result of COVID-19. Let's lift all those families up in prayer and just constantly pray and just keep God first and know that this too shall pass. I just want to give some positive tidbits to you guys to get you through your weekend and through the week. And just know that with so much doom and gloom, just try to preoccupy your mind with positive thoughts, right? Turn the TV off. If you're watching the news, don't watch the news all day. Just zap in and zap out maybe 30 minutes a day, just enough to be informed of what's going on. But don't watch all day because it can truly depress you. Just like I said, pop in. And like Shawne talked about, get up, walk, go for a walk, exercise, whatever it is that will get you going and get you moving. Meditate. Definitely pray. You've got to do that. And during this downtime, if you're working from home or if you're not working, just think to yourself of some self-improvements that you can make within yourself. Is there something that you always wanted to do, something that you didn't have the time to do before? Try to do that to keep yourself occupied. Also, just know that in the upcoming weeks, we're going to have someone come on the show, and she's going to talk about positive thinking, motivation, that kind of thing to get you lifted, get your spirits lifted up. And the last thing I want to leave you with is try to pay it forward. In any or everything you do, if you don't have the money to pay it forward, do it with your time. Do it if you see someone at the grocery store, open the door for an older lady if she can. If you see a woman at the grocery store in the parking lot with a shopping cart and her kids are going crazy and she can't get the trunk open, help her with the trunk. If you do have funds, let's say you go through the drive-thru and you get a burger and you've got change, let the cashier have the change for the car behind you. Do something to pay it forward so that, who knows, maybe sometime throughout your life, you might need a favor as well. So just take those things into consideration and know that life is short. And above all things, you guys know I'm a huge advocate for it. Wear your mask, wash your hands, wear your mask, and pray and pray and pray. And I'm a firm believer that this too shall pass. So until we meet again next week, I want to say thank you so much for your love and support, for joining me on the show, Let's Talk. The information to purchase my books is at dtlproduct.net, or you can go on Amazon and type in my penmanship name. And again, I thank you guys all for your love and support. And until we meet again next week, have a blessed week.